What's up, baby birds? Let's take a look at the model of a nerve using VR. And we're going to do so using Human Anatomy VR on the MetaQuest 3. So this here is a nerve, and the nerve is covered by a connective tissue sheath known as the mesoneurium, but the nerve itself has three connective tissue layers known as the neurial layers, which we've talked about in a previous video: the epineurium, the perineurium, and the endoneurium. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this out, which is a multi-layered object. We're going to let that loose so that we can see the individual layers of the nerve itself. Now what you can see is here is the whole nerve. So this whole thing is the nerve itself, and it's surrounded by that connective tissue layer known as the epineurium. Now if we look closely down in here, we can see that there are these little groupings together, like this one here, that one there, that one there. Those are all known as nerve fascicles. So that's a nerve fascicle. And a nerve fascicle is surrounded by a layer of connective tissue known as the perineurium. Now, the nerve fascicle is actually just a collection of axons and myelin sheaths and then another connective tissue layer. So if we look closely here, you can see there is an axon right there. And then that axon is surrounded by that myelin sheath. That myelin sheath is the insulator to increase conductivity that we talked about in some previous videos. So the axon with the associated myelin sheath is surrounded by another layer of connective tissue. This is known as the endoneurium. So if we go from deep to superficial, we have the axon, we have the myelin sheath, the endoneurium. Then those are grouped together in a nerve fascicle, and the nerve fascicle is surrounded by the perineurium. And then the fascicles and their associated perineuria are grouped together, and then that is surrounded by a connective tissue layer as known as the epineurium. So your three connective tissue layers: epineurium, perineurium, endoneurium. And that is the structure of a nerve. Now you know. Later.